All right, what is going on, YouTube? Hey, Aaron here. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. And guys, it's about that time. It has been 3 or 4 months since I have made a video about the player base, but I think it is time to do so once again. I have seen countless Facebook and Reddit posts, numerous people asking me to do these types of videos talking about it, and a number of different feedback sections talking about how Wargaming should do something to improve matchmaking and the player base. And they have done certain things by adding an arcade mode and different things like that, but guys, unfortunately, it is never going to change. And if you guys were on my stream last night, you saw me go through the gamut of it with just a perfect example right here of a destroyer doing God knows what. And while I do appreciate a somewhat tactical smokescreen, even though most of it was behind that island there, losing most of your health is not the most efficient play in the first 2.5 minutes as a destroyer, especially as the only destroyer on our team. But he did manage to escape, and that is when he decides, after launching his torpedoes and knowing that the gearing has a rather long torpedo reload time, even with Gleaves, to rush back into the Michelangelo. And yeah, I was beside myself at this point. I honestly thought I was reliving that town hall meeting scene with the lady who, yeah, you can just see my expression there. It reminded me of this clip
we're
right
discussing
here.
the rezoning for the Portillos. Do you have any comments on that?
For what?
We're discussing the rezoning on 53rd for,
Well, I live on 63rd.
again, we're here to hear comments about the rezoning.
Well, I don't like Facebook, and I don't like the internet because I can't find a job.
Every time I see a post about invisible destroyers or the HE spam or battleships using all of their range or grouping up, I just think of that post right there. Now, that being said, the purpose of this video was simply to mention it and to let you guys know that it happens to everyone, myself included. I could go on a 5 or 6 minute rant, which is coincidentally about how long this game lasts, talking about how Wargaming doesn't care, they need to do things to fix the player base, and the player base needs to be better, and any number of complaints. However, those videos don't really accomplish anything, and the unfortunate truth is it's never going to change. So when it does happen, very similarly to what we did last night, simply just get off the game, or change games, or division up with friends. I have all of the opportunities in the world to division up with some of the best players in the game. However, I want to, as I said last night, I want to relate to you guys a little bit more in terms of sometimes just going out and playing solo. It's unfortunate that some nights you can't really get a quote-unquote good game solo. However, when you think about it in the opposite aspect, if you're getting the bad teams, that means somebody else is getting the good teams. So, as I've said so many times in the past, I believe we are living in the good old days, and sometimes we just don't know it yet. Now, of course, there are a number of things that Wargaming could do. If somebody drops below an X win percentage or XP, they could put those people in a separate matchmaker until they work their way back up. I believe that's what they had done for World of Warships Blitz in the past. I don't think skill-based matchmaking is a true solution, but if you guys have any better solutions, please feel free to let me know in the comments below. In the meantime, check out any number of the host of tutorials or, tip and trick videos that I have posted throughout my channel. That being said, though, we have a host of excellent videos in store for you guys. I am going to be away this weekend watching Ohio State try and rebound against Nebraska there. So if you're in Columbus, let me know and we can meet up for the tailgate there. But this movie quote here, I think, is a great representation sometimes of what it feels like to play Legends.
Strange game. The only winning move is not to play.
But just know that you guys are not alone in getting the absolutely awful teammates in here. About 3 minutes into the game, you can kind of see the onslaught that is about to progress of this particular game as we give everyone the thumbs up symbol. A quick analogy that I like to use, and again, this is sort of a counter argument, is think of, pickup basketball or pickup sports. We know that you are not going to be Michael Jordan, but if you are loading into a lobby with other players, I think there needs to be some mutual sportsmanship of, okay, maybe I'm going to try or put in somewhat of an effort. Now, again, it's a video game. We're all out to have fun. And again, I know that some people are never going to come across the, team play aspect of this game. They just want to see their pretty boat sail across and do big damage number. We had a gentleman last night tell me that it's my responsibility to YOLO my ship in and get the destroyer, while his battleship was at the back of the map, and needless to say, his score reflected that sentiment. But just try and go out and play as a team player and realize some people are not going to do that. But here you guys can enjoy me absolutely melting Yamato with the St. Louis. And again, we have another excellent game in the St. Louis. This is slowly becoming one of my favorites there at Tier 8. This ship with the reload booster is pretty disgusting. But yeah, I love you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that one. Let me know your guys' thoughts. Is the game getting worse? Sometimes when we think that the player base is getting worse, as we give our team the coveted good job as 4 are dead in 5 minutes there, as we're attracting 3 ships worth of damage now. But alas, like I mentioned, when you think that sometimes the player base is getting worse, sometimes you're simply getting better as a player yourself. But that's going to do it for me. I'll see you guys in a couple months when we complain about the player base once again. Love you guys. I'm out. Peace.